I'm not sure I have the nerve to tell you what was the worst first date I ever had, but I'm going to try. I was living in New York City and I was new to online dating, and a Columbia Medical School student asked me to go to a reception for the medical school students, and I thought that was a public event, a nice thing to go to, so I said yes, and I wore a black velvet little mini skirt and a black jacket, and I took the subway to the Columbia University area, and he met me at the subway, and we were early, so we walked around outside for a bit, and then it became longer than a bit. It was quite a while, and finally we passed this restaurant, and he goes, "Oh, this is my favorite restaurant, and I'm having such a great time with you. Why don't we just skip the reception and have dinner?" And I said, "Okay, fine, we have dinner." And then after dinner, we walk around the city a lot more, and then it was getting late, and I looked at my watch and I said, it's getting late, and I should take the train home. And he walks me to the subway station, and I can see my train starting to arrive. We're down in the tunnel and there's lots of people around, and he goes in to kiss me and wraps his arms around me, and I'm okay with the kiss that's gonna happen. And as he wraps his arms around me and leans in for the kiss, his hand goes down my back and then goes down the back of my skirt, and then his hand goes between my butt cheeks, and then I can only imagine his middle finger landing exactly on my bum hole. And I was in shock. And you go through life and you think, oh, if something happens, I would react like this or I would react like that. And inside, I just froze. And my train arrives and I just let go of him and walk to the train, and I get on it and I miss my exit. I go all the way to Brooklyn. I could not believe that someone thought that was appropriate to do on a first date, much less to me. How did that happen? And of course, later he bugged me for, more dates and stuff, and I only wrote him back once because and I said to him, and he was a conservative man, if you can believe that. He was a conservative man, and so I said to him, if there was something on the date that happened that you wouldn't approve of happening to your mother or your sister on a first date, then that's probably where you went wrong. So I gave him that feedback, not exactly the response I wish I would have made, but it's the truth. So that's my worst date. I'd love to hear what your worst date was. Respond in the comments if you have the time, and thanks for listening. I'm Katrina, a small town girl, now living in Chicago, not New York, and thanks for following.